Marama Fox.
Kia ora e te mana whakawā.
Kia ora.
Anō nā kamihi kia koutou e whakarongo mai nei tēnei wā. Mr. Speaker, I used to teach in the wharekura o Wairarapa, and every now and again I had one of my favourite students go, "Whai marama, usa." Just chill. So I'm going to take that on board at the moment. But I'll be very interested to hear what the objections are in regards to this bill. I want to echo the words of Te Whiti again. Forbearance, patience and stout-heartedness, that of the Taranaki people, and acknowledge Jamie Tuta, Matua Mahara Okiro, Toka Walden, Wayne Mulligan, Te Miringa Hohaia, who passed in 2011, Peter Charlton, who passed earlier this year. Their efforts have brought us to this point. In hard-fought, hard-won negotiations. As long as we are here, we will have your back. As long as we continue to stand up and speak, we will voice your concerns, as all of us in the House endeavour to do. And I acknowledge all of the members of the Select Committee and all the members who have taken time to consider the issues that have been brought before us. And, you know, they're right. This is not the embarrassment of one group that we don't see it all the way to the end. It is the embarrassment of the whole House. And I take that on board, because our people have been mucked around by the Crown. That's why we're here. That's why the grievance exists. And we've been mucked around again. And we all need to accept that that is our issue to bear. And so I apologise on behalf of the House that we couldn't see this all the way through tomorrow. In the Taranaki report released in 1996, the Waitangi Tribunal said, if war is the absence of the peace, the war has never ended in Taranaki, because that essential prerequisite for peace among peoples, that each should be able to live with dignity on their own lands, is still absent, and the protest over land rights continues to be made. The Crown breaches in the Treaty of Waitangi and Taranaki included warfare, and they involved loss of life, the scorched earth tactics, imprisonment, raupatu, disempowerment, and the Crown's unprecedented actions at Parihaka. And given that just the other day was the day that we remember the suffragette movement, and if you see the flowers around the House, that's the acknowledgement of the women's right to vote. And I want to take this whakatauki, this proverb, this expression, straight from Parihaka. E tū tama wahine I te wā o te kore. That reference was made and encouraged women to stand, the women of Parihaka to stand and speak, because all of the men had been taken away to prison without trial under the 1880 Māori Prisoners Act. And another, piki mai pungarehu, ka atangi mai te piukara, he tohu riro, ngā ngonga e rere te maunawa. This verse from the Waiata that refers to the bugle call at the army camp at Pungarehu. It signals the final stage in the process of loss for the people. And you can almost feel and hear that bugle call now as we sit in this House. We're at the final stage. We're at the last hour. We're at the moment where finally we can have the opportunity to take back and move ahead. And, you know, while that happens in law, we fully recognise that in Taranaki, you have never stopped that fight. You have never stopped. The whānau who are here, Mr. Speaker, have never stopped that fight. And, Mr. Speaker, I want to acknowledge those members from the House who represent that area, and the efforts that you have taken, Mr. Speaker, yourself and them to bring yourself to the knowledge of what happened in Taranaki at Parihaka, because it's not taught, because it's not known widely. You can go and visit towns along anywhere in the region and talk to the local people. They may know nothing about what happened there. And so I want to acknowledge the efforts that yourself and your colleagues have taken to engage yourselves in the information, to educate yourselves in this process, and to support the voice and the call of the people, because it's their bill. And so Parihaka has become a symbol not just of peace, but of the future, with the Kawetūtaki that has been headed and chaired by the Honourable Dame Tariana Turia, and all of those others that are involved there. The excitement, the possibility of maybe a Parihaka Day, a Land Wars Day, all of these things, you can hear the bugle call coming to this point. And so I honour their resilience, Mr. Speaker, the strength, the determination to hold on to the raukura. I recognise that this settlement is an opportunity to restore the dignity and the mana and create a true semblance of peace. The Māori Affairs Committee has examined the bill and unanimously recommends minor and technical amendments. The bill was sponsored by the Minister for Treaty Waitangi Negotiations, the Honourable Christopher Finlayson, and has led the process for the Crown, and he has done an exemplary job, and we want to mihi to him. But I want to mihi to the people of Taranaki for their fight and their commitment and their determination, their forbearance, as in the kōrero of their tūpuna. I'm honoured, I'm humbled to be here as part of the Māori Affairs Select Committee and the Māori Party to say that we support you. Finally, in my first speech in this House, I talked about the place where they passed those laws, the Māori Prisoners Act, the Tohunga Suppression Act, the Native Schools Act, the Suppression of Rebellion Act. And when I first came to this House, I went to look for that place where they stood and debated that. I wanted to see the seats they sat in, the house they stood in, and how dare they talk about exterminating the natives, how dare they? And I couldn't find it because it had been burnt down. I thought, good job. That's what I thought. But the record of the speech of the kōrero remains, because it is the record of the words that are uttered in this House. And so we read into this Hansard, as the Minister did, the raupatu, the confiscation, the grievances, the issues, so that it would never be lost. And though the house burns down, the words remain. And so the words of Te Whiti, of Tohu Kākahi, of all our tūpuna, you know, aha kua ngaro atu ki te pō, ko tātou te hunga ora I tūtuki I o rātou nā wawata, I o tātou nei wawata, ngā wawata mo tātou tamariki mo ka puna mo apōpō, mo tēnei rangi, mō ngā tau kei te heke mai, toi tū te whenua. Ko tātou whakapau wera I tēnei wā, mo te aha, mo apōpō. Mo te aha, mō ngā mokapuna. Aha ko ka mate atu, aha ko ka ngaro atu, aha ko ka ahi, ka wera te whare, aha ko ka ngaro atu a pare matapea. Kai reira tonu te kupu, o tātou tūpuna, ka tū mo ake tonu ki roti te nākau o te tangata. Kai roto I te ture mo tēnei wā. Nā reira kei te mihi atu ki o koutou, me o koutou, ka wairangatira kai rungi a koutou, kai konei, tēnā koutou katoa.